Grisaille is a term for a painting executed entirely in shades of grey or of another neutral greyish colour. It is particularly used in large decorative schemes in imitation of sculpture. Many grisailles in fact include slightly wider colour range, like the Andrea del Sarto fresco illustrated. Paintings executed in brown are referred to as brunaille, and paintings executed in green are called verdaille. A grisaille may be executed for its own sake, as underpainting for an oil painting, or as a model for an engraver to work from. Rubens and his school sometimes used monochrome techniques in sketching compositions for engravers. Full coloring of a subject makes many more demands of an artist, and working in grisaille was often chosen as being quicker and cheaper, although the effect was sometimes deliberately chosen for aesthetic reasons. Grisaille paintings resemble the drawings, normally in monochrome, that artists from the Renaissance on were trained to produce. Like drawings, they can also betray the hand of a less talented assistant more easily than a fully colored painting. History. Giotto used grisaille in the lower registers of his frescoes in the Scrovegni Chapel, and Robert Campin, Jan van Eyck and the successors painted grisaille figures on the outsides of the wings of triptychs, including the Ghent altarpiece. Originally these were the sides on display for most of the time, as the doors were normally kept closed except on feast days or at the request of tourists. However, today these images are often invisible in museums when the triptych is displayed open and flat against a wall. In these cases, imitation of sculpture was intended. Sculpture was still more expensive than a painting, even by a top master. Illuminated manuscripts had often been produced in pen and wash with a very limited color range, and many artists such as Jean Pouchel and Matthew Paris specialized in such work, which had been especially common in England since Anglo-Saxon times. Renaissance artists such as Mantegna and Polidoro da Caravaggio often used grisaille as a classicizing effect, either in imitation of the effect of a classical sculptured relief, or of Roman painting. In the Low Countries, a continuous tradition of grisaille paintings can be traced from early Netherlandish painting to Martin Heemskerk, Pieter Brueghel the Elder and Hendrik Goltzius, and through the copious output of Adrian van der Ven to the Circle of Rembrandt and Jan van Goyen. The ceiling frescoes of the Sistine Chapel have portions of the design in grisaille, as does the lower part of the Great Staircase decoration by Antonio Varillo at Hampton Court. Grisaille, while less widespread in the 20th century, continues as an artistic technique. Picasso's painting Guernica is one contemporary example. Academic study. With the 20th century's emphasis on direct painting, the grisaille technique lost favor with artists of the period. This historic method is still incorporated into the curriculum of some private ateliers. In enamel and stained glass. The term is also applied to monochrome painting in other media such as enamels, where an effect similar to a relief in silver may be intended. It is common in stained glass, where the need for sections in different colors was thereby greatly reduced. Portions of a window may be done in grisaille, using, for example, silver stain or vitreous paint, while other sections are done in colored glass. Gallery.